What is up, y'all? It is Jasper at Dr. Tints and Gerard here also. We're going to show you guys a walkthrough step by step on how to tint a front windshield. The first step of tinting a front windshield is something that we call Glass Aid. We love this product here at Dr. Tints. It is a white tape that goes around the edge of the windshield that Gerard is applying right here. What this does, it completely reduces any risk of cuts or scratches left on your front windshield, and it helps us make a more accurate cut so no gaps are left around the edge of your tint.
So when applying a glass aid, you basically just want to follow the outside dot matrices. I mean, of course you want to, take your time, make sure it's precise and accurate. That's what we focus on here at Dr. Tints. So when I'm applying a glass aid, I like to take my left hand, give it a little stretch while applying it to the outside of the dot matrix. So you basically just going to follow along the whole windshield, and we're probably going to speed up the process and show you guys how to do it. So now that the glass aid is fully applied to the window, we're just going to make a simple cut. So after I apply the glass aid, you want to make sure the outside of the window is very clean. You don't want to, shrink with a dirty windshield. We already cleaned the windshield, but we're going to do it again and show you how we clean the windshield at Dr. Tints, and then we'll apply the shrink next. From here, you probably don't want to get your glass aid too wet. So I'm going to spray my microfiber, simply. Just spray it up a little bit and wipe the outside of the windshield. Make sure it's clean and nice so it can be prepped well. Get it for an easier shrink.
After your windshield is clean, the next step to a successful windshield installation is dryer sheeting. What you want to do, you want to take a regular dryer sheet. You can get it at any Dollar Tree, any drugstore, wherever you want. Just spray some soapy water on it and spread it out evenly across the area that you're going to shrink your film. What this dryer sheeting does is it creates a waxy layer on the outside of the window. This layer will keep the tint from getting all staticky and sticking to the windshield, which allows for a smooth dry shrink. After this is completely dry, you can go ahead and lay out your film and begin your shrinking process.
So now that your windshield is fully dry, we let it set out for 10 minutes. This customer is asking for a 35% ceramic windshield tint. We definitely recommend customers getting ceramic in the Georgia summers. It blocks up to 80% heat and it allows the driver to have better visibility at night. So my boy Jasper is going to stay on the other side while we roll out the film safely and make sure it fits the windshield. So you just want to simply roll back the tint, have somebody else on the other side, and we just roll it back slowly across the windshield. Give yourself a little bit extra space. And all you want to do is simply cut out the excess film. Cut it up, cut it down.
Now that your film's laid out, the next step for shrinking a windshield is you want to go ahead and tack it down all the way across the middle. Use your Bondo for this. It's a card that has a felt strip. I like to just go ahead and tack it down. That means you're sticking the film onto the glass so that this middle section of the film will not move. Go ahead and make sure that you have a fresh blade snapped so that you're ready to cut without scratching the windshield. You want to remove all the excess film and leave a little bit of overlap where your glass aid is. You will come back later and make a more final cut, but this is just to allow for a smooth shrink. So now that your excess film is cut, I'm going to bring you guys in close and show you guys what the next step is. So for the next step, what you want to do, you have your film tacked all the way across the middle. Go ahead and tack it down the sides and then up the side over here. What this is doing is locking in the side of your film because film only shrinks one direction, straight up and down. If you look up here, it's like an H. It's tacked down the side, tacked across the middle, and tacked down this side.
Take your heat gun up to high. It's just a heat gun you get from any Home Depot, just a Wagner heat gun, about 20, 30 bucks. Heat the film and just keep it moving at all times, about 6 inches away from the glass. So I'm gonna start from this end and go in the middle and just keep going back and forth. Then you just want to see like a wave-like movement in your film. So you want to go all the way to the bottom and just take your time. Also, guys, the bottom requires a little bit more heat, so you might have to apply the heat gun a little bit closer, but always keep it moving. You want to come back up to the top and push the film down in the way that it wants to go in a wave-like movement. And just take your time. You know, the bottom guys require a little bit more heat, so you want to work your heat gun a little bit closer, watch those waves form, and just push your heat straight down. And now you have a fully bottom shrunk half. Same thing I do on this side is the same thing I'm going to do on the other side, and I have to do it for the top two sides and the bottom two sides.
Don't take it personally, I'm surprised you call me after the things I said. Skirt on niggas, skirt up on niggas, skirt down, you acting like we wasn't more than a summer fling. I said farewell, you took it well, promise I won't cry, but the milk. Give me a paper towel, give me another bag, give me another.
And now you have one corner. Everything I do to that side, I follow the same steps on this side. It doesn't shrink any different.
Give me another hour or so. Why you bothering me when you know you don't want me? Why you bothering me?
As you can see that I shrink the film, I can see the glass aid clearly. So what Jasper's going to show you guys, he's very good at cutting. He's going to follow the middle of this glass aid and cut along the windshield. And when he's done with that, it's going to be a perfect windshield shrink and perfect cutout to put inside the car.
Go ahead and follow the glass aid perfectly down the middle, all the way along. You do want to make sure that you're applying some pressure. You just want to make sure that you're cutting your tint all the way through. At first, it may be a little bit tricky to keep your blade still. I've practiced this a lot. So go ahead and just take your time. So this half is cut out now. I'm going to go ahead and move over here and do the exact same thing. Finish it off. Then, if you did it right, your whole piece should rip off in one go.
So basically right here, guys, I want to, pick up the film slowly. And I'm going to start from where I, originally laid it down first. And I'm going to remove the glass aid. You just want to take your time, peel it back. You want to be careful. You don't want to crease your film. After a long shrink, remove it. It's going to come all the way down and across. So now the next step, guys, is pick up the film, spray underneath it, and lay it back down smoothly. And you want to do the same thing with the other side. What I like to tint with is just a soapy water bottle with some Dawn soap in it and some water. So I want to pump my sprayer up, pick up the windshield slowly, and just spray underneath it. And I'm going to set the tint down slowly. So from here, I just like to do the same thing I did with the dry shrink, same thing with the wet shrink. I'm going to start in the middle, tack it out, and I'm going to move all this excess water up and down.
You want to get all the bubbles out.
Using the same bottle that we used to dry shrink, we're just moving the water up and out of the film.
So basically, once you have your film fully squeegeed out, you're going to see little fingers pop up around the edges. We don't have any down here, but if you look right up here in the middle, little fingers right here, that means the film wasn't fully shrunk right here in the middle. And if we had gone ahead and installed it on the inside, you would see this on the inside. And it's a lot harder to work out once it's on the inside than if you just take this second step on the outside, take your time, and make sure you do it super thoroughly for a super clean install the first time.
So what I like to do with these type of fingers is basically the same way. I don't want to hold my heat gun too close to the film. I don't want to burn it. I don't want to start over. So I'm going to take my heat gun, hold it about 6 inches away, wait till it bubbles up, and then push straight up. I feel like most of you guys will probably think that, oh, heat it up and go out the side. But guess what, guys? Remember that the heat only shrinks up and down. So like I like to do a hand trick like this. I just take my finger and push that finger. Boom. Now it's up and down. Hold it about 6 inches away. Wait till the finger's up. We'll work this one out more slowly.
Next important step of installing a windshield is that you need to make sure that the inside is super clean. If you leave any dirt or dust on the inside of the windshield, you will be able to see it once the tint fully cures on there, and it will not look good. Here at Dr. Tints, we have a high standard of work. If we have any contaminants, we'll take it off and redo it. A lot of people get confused about tint. They think tint gets installed on the outside of the car. That is not true. The other thing about running a tint business is that when a customer comes in and they have snacks in their car, that's for you to eat. So go ahead and enjoy it. What you're going to need for cleaning a windshield consists of a Blue Max squeegee, long scrub pad, bulldozer, just a regular scrub pad. This makes it easier to hit the top half of the windshield. Last but not least, you need a soak shield towel. This is a critical component of cleaning the windshield, and you lay it across the dash, and this will keep any extra water from your install or cleaning from dripping down into any electrical components. So go ahead and grab your spray bottle. Anything hanging down from the rear view mirror, just tuck it up a little bit, spray down your windshield, get a nice little soapy water layer on there, start scrubbing. When you clean your windshield and you're scrubbing it, you want to make sure you overlap your strokes, just the same as when you're squeegeeing it. What this does is it makes sure that you do not miss a single spot. If you miss a spot, that could lead to a little bit of dust left or a little bit of adhesive being left on the windshield. Take your squeegee and squeegee everything off. Overlap your strokes. Make sure that there's no water left. Bulldozer is very useful for this. It helps you reach down all the way to the bottom without having to get your hand down in there. So now that the inside is completely clean and ready for installation, I'm going to bring you guys back outside and show you what we do next. Step 1, turn off any fans or air that may be blowing around in your shop. The last thing that you want to do is peel back your release liner and let any dust that could be around the shop get blown onto your film.
I like to use my teeth to separate the top plastic levels from the bottom of the film. I got the plastic in my hand now, and I'm going to slowly peel back. Put it back about halfway. Take your spray bottle and spray it. Kind of want to put it more into like a mist mode. Get a light spray. Then I'm going to have Jasper take the excess film off while I spray it. A soapy layer, so when I go on the inside that the film wants to slide down and nice into place. You want to be mindful of not spraying the top up here, make dirt, seep down onto the film. So you want to kind of point up at an angle, get the whole thing wet, and then you want to come on the inside, get the whole thing wet as well. And I'm gonna pick up the film. I want to pick it up. Basically, I have the film right here. I'm going to pick it up and hand it to Jasper inside the car slowly. You want to be mindful of the steering wheel, anything you touch. And I'm going to come with my bottom hand and kind of pick it up over the steering wheel and kind of sit slowly. And you want to apply the film onto the glass. And I'm going to slide it down into place. So from this step, the film is ready to install. Sometimes I like to give it another spray on the outside. So now guys, we're on the inside of the car. Basically Jasper right now is moving. So all this extra air right here, all this extra air, we like to move it out with our fingers. So when you're squeegeeing it with the Blue Max, it doesn't actually catches that air and increase the film. Also, he's feeling for contaminants. Anything that's on the film that could be behind it, between from the install, the contaminants will peel back and spray those contaminants off. I like to move a lot. So he's also checking if all the corners are very covered and intact. So from here, we're ready to install this bad boy. 35% ceramic. We'll show you how to get it done. Here, since the film's on the inside, Jasper is cleaning the outside glass remember guys, from that dry sheet that we put on the outside. So he's cleaning the outside film. So when he's on the inside, he can squeeze to perfection and see what he's doing. A lot of tenders miss this step, so we go on the outside, clean it up very nice. So when we install the film, We see everything we're doing. We get all that extra air out and all the water out.
All right, so the next thing that you want to do, go ahead and just mist down the outside of your film one more time. What this does, it allows your squeegee to slide smoothly and not get caught on the film and rip it or put a nick in it. So the next thing you want to do, go ahead and start in the middle again. You always want to start in the middle when doing your film. I like to go straight down and straight up. What this does, this divides my film in half and it allows me to squeegee it out in sections. So I'm going to go ahead and come down the middle here, start working these fingers down. Start working all this down. Overlap your strokes, make sure that you're not missing any spots. This allows for a full clean windshield install. Squeegee all the way across. Start working these fingers down. Keep overlapping the strokes. Get every last little bit of water out.
Just push all that extra excess water out the bottom.
See, I do have a little finger right here. Just gonna go ahead and push it out the bottom.
So like this little finger, Jasper's gonna apply a little bit of heat to work it out.
Feel that it's pretty hot. This is fully activating the adhesive, and this allows this finger to, as soon as I squeegee it out, go slow, apply a lot of pressure. Should stay. Last step, grab a fresh micro, come to the inside, you remove your dash towel. You want to go ahead and just wipe down the dash, get any extra water off. Get it looking clean for the customer. This won't damage the car, but you want them hopping into a clean looking car. Check for any last little fingers. Go ahead and set down the wiper blades. Final step of a job, go ahead and do a tool check of your car. It is very common to leave tools in people's cars. They can fall under the seats like so. You want to make sure that you get everything out. We are going to go ahead and pull it out into the sun to get good light on it and let the curing process begin. So, when you're leaving the shop in a customer's car, you always want to make sure to hit a burnout. Just kidding. Don't do that. It's not your car. But, as you can see, the front windshield tint looks clean. 35%. On the outside, it looks dark. On the inside, you can see out perfectly. And if you want an appointment, you know who to call to tint your windows. As somebody who might be watching this video trying to learn something, it just takes practice. Go buy yourself a roll of tint. You can get a cheap roll of tint off Amazon, and just go ahead and practice. It doesn't hurt. If you want to learn how to tint, just try it. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
We're going to be bringing you guys more content. Like, comment, subscribe. It's just the beginning. We're a small business in Atlanta, Georgia, but we're growing at a fast rate. Hope you guys enjoyed. Any questions, just comment below, and then we got you.